President Trump promised a Muslim ban. He still has on his website to this day, he's called for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States. And a Republican congressman recently said the best thing the president could do for his Muslim ban is to make sure he has Gorsuch on the Supreme Court before the appeals get to that point.
Senator, a lot of people say a lot of silly things.
Oh, that's not silly.
My grandfather,
That's more than silly. That's this congressman wants you on the court so they can uphold a Muslim ban.
Senator, he has no idea how I'd rule in that case. And Senator, I'm not going to say anything here that would give anybody any idea how I'd rule in any case like that that could come before the Supreme Court or my court or the 10th Circuit. It would be grossly improper of a judge to do that. It would be a violation of the separation of powers and judicial independence if someone sitting at this table, in order to get confirmed, had to make promises or commitments about how they'd rule in a case that's currently pending and likely to make its way to the Supreme Court.
Well, is the president's national security determinations, are those reviewable by the court?
Senator, no man is above the law.
Okay. Because they've asserted that their national security determinations are unreviewable by the courts. I've heard other presidents say that in the past. I disagree when they say that. Do you disagree?
Senator, as a judge, I apply the law, and the law here, I think, is Youngstown. I looked at Justice Jackson, okay? And Justice Jackson wrote a brilliant opinion in Youngstown. Now, it's really important to know who he was. He was the fiercest.
I wrote a paper on that.
I know you did.
I know it.
I know you did. Well, I know we talked about it. And, you know, here was the fiercest advocate of executive power as FDR's Attorney General. Fierce advocate of executive power. And when he became a judge, he said the robe changes a man, or it should. And you go from being an advocate to being a neutral adjudicator. And the Youngstown system of analysis, when it comes to presidential power and foreign affairs, has three categories. One, the president acting with the concurrence of Congress. That's when the president is acting at his greatest strength, because there are shared responsibilities in our Constitution. He has commander-in-chief power. This body has power of the purse and the power to declare war assigned to it in Article 1. When the Congress and the president are in disagreement, that's the other end of the spectrum. The president there is acting at the lowest ebb of his authority. And when Congress is silent, that's the gray area in between. That's how a court, as opposed to a lawyer or advocate, approaches the problem.
Well, then let's go to that then. President Trump has declared that torture works. And he said, I quote him, bring a hell of a lot worse than waterboarding, close quote. A 2002 memo authored by Jay Bybee from the Office of Legal Counsel